Here I am.
What are we doing?
We are going to the hive with my friend Pat here. She is the queen bee of Lincoln County.
No, just of
No.
Toledo.
She's amazing, and she has invited me over because I have always wanted to be a beekeeper, and so I'm here today because she invited me over.
My name is Pat Wackford, and I'm a local beekeeper here in Toledo, Oregon. Currently, I have 2 hives. The first part of the project is to take the honey frames off of that hive. We did use a little bit of smoke at the entrance of the hive to calm the bees down. We didn't use the smoke on the honey super because sometimes the honey will pick up the flavor of the smoke, and you don't want that. The super is the box that contains the frames. The frames are what the bees build their comb on, and we were taking a honey super off of the hive. The super had been on the hive for probably 2 months, and we removed 10 frames of honey and put them in a container to keep the bees away from the honey while we removed it, then stored it for later extraction. Celeste is very excited about keeping bees on her own, but she has not had bees before. And I've mentored other beginning beekeepers, so I like doing that kind of thing to get more people interested in keeping bees. In the morning, I'll get the rest of the bees that were on the frames off, and then it'll be ready to bring into the house for extraction. This is full of honey, both sides. We used a scraper decapper to open up the frame, comb actually, to expose the honey. Honey is on both sides of the frame, so you need to do one side and then flip it over and do another side.
So let me ask you something about that. If scotchworm is so invasive and people are allergic to it, like I am,
Yes, everybody is.
how does that translate when the bees are collecting it from the scotchworm? Does it
Doesn't hurt them.
But to us, is it any way into the honey that?
If anything, it
allergy?
might help your allergies.
Oh, cool!
A lot of people say it helps.
Like a reverse
Some
effect.
people say, "Oh, that's just old wives' tale."
Yeah.
I do have a electric extractor, so we put 2 frames of the honey frames in the extractor, and need to keep the machine balanced so it doesn't go rocking around all over the floor. And with centrifugal force, it spins the honey from those frames into the extractor. When you're extracting, you will also get some of the wax cappings from the frame in the extractor. In order to separate the honey from those wax cappings, it needs to be run through a sieve, then drains into a bucket, and we're ready for bottling at that point. I was kind of surprised today to see that the honey that came out of the frames was a very light colored honey, much lighter than I have had in the past. Usually I get what's called a light amber. This honey today came a lot lighter than I expected. In fact, I hadn't gotten honey that light before here after 8 years of keeping bees in Toledo. So most beekeepers prefer a darker honey. It has a little more robust flavor. The Central Coast beekeepers meet each month, the 4th Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. at the OSU Extension Office in Newport on the Bay Road. We have about 35 paid members in our club. Many of our members have been keeping bees much longer than I have been. So there's a lot of knowledge there. We always welcome new beekeepers. We'd like to see more people getting into beekeeping and helping with saving the pollinators, and not just honeybees, all of the native bees and bumblebees and everything out there that's pollinating our crops.